Okay, tell me an interesting story.
There are certain clothing and certain dress attire when you're going into a very building so that they...
No, tell me an interesting jail story. Just tell me a good jail story.
Oh, okay, no problem. It's your choice to be on probation or not, if you want to go over or not. You have to fill out the paperwork properly, and you can add it to that or not.
So you don't have to be on probation?
Well, no. If you sign up for it, then yeah, you have to actually do it. But if you don't sign up for it, you don't have to actually do it. You have to know, Okay.
No, tell me an interesting jail story, not about fucking laws.
Oh, jail story. Let me see.
When you were just locked up for 3 months, what was the most interesting thing that happened to you in Sacramento County?
They don't have the elevator law to date.
No laws, David. No
There is
laws.
laws.
No, don't tell me about laws. Tell me about something entertaining that happened while you're in there.
Okay. Second part would be when someone has a license on...
No. Nothing about laws or license. Tell me about an interesting rec yard story. Something about something that happened in the fucking lunchroom. Something about, like, somebody beating up somebody in a cell. Tell me a fucking interesting story.
That's not interesting.
No, that is to me, though. That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's not interesting to me.
Well, more about your laws.
They're
more interesting to me than your laws that we're talking about here. Come on, David Walters. Give it up. Give me a good fucking story.
Let me see. It's interesting that anyone is trying to say that they are coherent of here or anything of that when there was all across, you could say PFE, the very definition of PFE in Wahlurga, what it stands for, the point for where they come together, the exact location, what it means, versus how far you can go to...
What is PFE?
PFE is it's
I know POF is Plenty of Fish, that little dating website where people hook up, right?
No. Here you go.
What does PFE?
Here's
what does PFE mean?
You know where they wanted to assign antelope coming into Wahlurga?
No, David, you're talking about laws again. I want to hear an interesting prison story.
Okay.
Or, no, I want to hear an interesting jail story.
Oh, here's one. In Roseville, there's a...
No, you're talking about roads in Roseville. Now, once again, I want to hear an interesting jail story when you were incarcerated at Sac County's finest.
To me is a statement that they're going to be endowing themselves. In fact, endowing is Dremel. See, Dremel is a license that says that you were on the road of an officer, and the officer has more support.
David, you're going off into laws again. Come on. God, I'm asking for 30 seconds of an entertaining story for a 5-spot and a meal. Let's go here. You got it?
Yeah, it's totally understood.
So what? Tell me an interesting story.
What's the last words that someone's going to say when I take them to prison for about the next 50 years? Because you can't go to prison until you're over the hill. You can't go to prison until you're a certain age. Certain age stays at 45.
Oh, you're not allowed to go to prison until you're a certain age? I thought you'd go in at 18.
No. It takes a certain age to be able to understand why you're going to prison. You have to do the definition when it's assigned to you.
Well, how many times have you been in prison?
Well, how many times have I been in line to go to prison?
No, how many times have you been in prison?
I haven't been in prison.
Okay, so tell me about your jail stories and hurry it the fuck up.
Okay. The other thing is when there's a demonstration being made for somebody and it's listed under a very specific licensing to be on the property in the first place.
No, you're talking about jail. You're talking about laws again. I want to hear jail.
Okay.
Jail story. Tell me about when you were incarcerated in Sac County's finest.
Well, incarceration is school.
School?
Yeah, that's incarceration. That's like,
Oh, so you were just being schooled?
No.
I mean, that ain't a good thing to say. Redeem yourself, bro.
Incarceration. Ration is going to be, it belongs to Carson, like actual, like, where it's on the other side of incline. So, ration is the definition on the back side of incline. So they'll go like, they'll say R, because R is abbreviation of backside of the actual incline, it's IR. In that area when it was being referred
David,
to as...
I need some interesting fucking jail stories.
The David thing is, it doesn't work on the phone like that anymore, though. They don't do the push buttons where it pops up, where they used to assign it to a garbage can, because the officers didn't like what I did.
What'd you do?
Well, after I told them to stop doing that, about 15 of them continue to do it until themselves actually in some real law trouble. And so I gave them an opportunity. And the opportunity I gave them, they were able to succeed and follow through with me. But the other part of it is when they're coming back down the hill and everything, they're licensing, down the hill. And I said, well, you guys are licensed, you can't do down the hill because it's illegal to do that. I said, what do you mean? Well, because there's the road was made. The road being made means that there's already, a very specific license to that road, like the person that was licensed that made that road.
David, you're going off into laws again, and I asked you for interesting fucking jail story.
I know, but I'm trying to tell you something.
No, I don't want. No, I'm trying to ask you for some just fucking entertainment.
Entertainment. Go to Chili's, Madison and Sunrise, and go to Chili's and ask them to see the video that'll clear them of a charge, because of the last time they tried to arrest me when I was with the judge. We sat down, and all those officers that were in the parking lot decided they wanted to say something else, and the judge said, you know what, here's how it's going to go. And they started yelling kind of lippy, like they were going to try and beat up on the judge a little bit. So I had some other officials actually follow through with me, and then military lined the backside. Do you know what that's called when they do that?
What?
When they line the backside on the main street, it's like when the park lot was made, not when it was assigned a parking spot. It's when it's made, not assigned to Chili's. It's not. It has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing to do with an offset. It has nothing to do with the back of a truck. It has everything to do with when it's made, and it's on a clock system. So they're doing all this stuff. They assign a clock system to it for, work the truck, to start. The other part is that when it takes place, they would call that, I think that would be called...
David, I love you to death. I always want to help you out, but now I want you to help me out and tell me an interesting fucking prison story, because you still haven't done it. We're recording now for 7 minutes almost, and you have yet to tell me one cool prison story. One cool jail story. Did anybody trip each other in line? Come on, give me anything. You're telling me nothing happened in 3 months in Sac County that you have to tell. Did the cops treat you bad? Did you treat the inmates bad? I don't know.
Nothing like that at all.
Okay. So, what do you got? You said you were going to tell me an interesting prison story.
I don't have anything else to say.